Hello my dear Leos, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between January the 1st to January 15, 2017 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So if you want to support my channel, you can click the ad or view it for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. Thank you, it helps me keep up my service to my general viewers. I'm very grateful for all of you watching, liking and subscribing to my videos. My subscribers are now more than 20,000, which I never expected, so know my gratitude for you. Okay, so I will start shuffling your cards. I use the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. Ellen Dugan, and the artist is Mark Evans. So, I call the Divine with love and light. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives, to find themselves in loving relationship, and also have creative success and walking on their highest path towards spiritual enlightenment and their highest destiny. So I want my dear Leos to find themselves fulfilling the reason to why they came on earth at this time. So I will also take the chance to tell you about the beautiful full moon in January the 12th. And Venus will also have reached its greatest eastern elongation and will be on its highest point over the horizon in the evening sky. So look for the bright planet in the western sky after sunset the 12th. Okay, so your reading is done. I will just tune in a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Leos, this is your future, this is your now, and this is your past. The now is probably the first half of January 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably exact the right time to see it. So the first card for you is the Tower. So the Tower is a card about interruption. Something is happening, something has broken down, or you couldn't tolerate being the same kind of person that you were before, so something is kind of blew up. It's like a flash from a lightning down from heavens into this structure. So the structure is the ego tower. The ego needs to go. Everything that's not true about you, how you have been either being proud or maybe holding your breath, not telling the truth that's within you. All kinds of survival strategies that you might have had. I think Pisces started in the same way with the Tower. Pisces or Scorpio, I don't remember. So this is the old ways that needs to go. And usually it's like whispers first, and you don't listen to it, maybe because you want to be a good trooper, keep on the business, keep on the charade, or because you have put a lot of work and effort into being the person that you are and you don't want to change. So first the Divine is kind of whispering to you, sending out like red warning flags, don't go this way, and or make your feelings upset, so you will feel that you're on the wrong way. But if you still don't listen, this is the Tower. It comes like this, crash, and it sometimes destroys things and sometimes it liberates things. The Tower is about healing. It's about taking in what's really you, like saving the core and getting rid of the rest. So 2 people are falling here. They can't anymore hold up like the old ways that they have been doing things on. So they are kind of falling here. So this might be a flash of insight, a sudden change of circumstances. Sometimes we lose a relationship, we break up, we leave families and friends, or we quit a job, or the job quit us. Whatever can happen with this Tower thingy. It's an abrupt change, sometimes big shock and surprise. And the next card for you is the 9 of Swords. So this shock and surprise always kind of always leaves a person with great sadness, of course. If it was something dear to you that you lost, you might be really sad. And also losing your old survival strategies or your kind of way of being, patterns of being, might be also very distressing, because it has been a survival strategy or some kind of strategy from you for a reason. You can, for example, always take control over people and in this way feel empowered and safe. Or you can always play the safe card and being nice towards people and in this way always be safe. But this is not working anymore. So you're confused what to do, where to go, how to handle this. It's very distressing. So what you need to do is start listening to yourself, listening to the things that you kind of trying to get away from, like what have you protected yourself from? Why have you been working so hard to keep up this tower, this protection tower? What is it built of? So try to find out what you are so afraid of. What do you think will happen if you are truly you? Or if you truly express your feelings, your hopes, your desires, who you are? How will you be punished? This is cruelty, sometimes often cruelty against yourself, like how you kind of bring yourself down and think like, why did I have to do this? Why did I have to react in this way? And things like this. And it might be just questions, but try to feel more like how you feel in the core, more than making up plans for how to behave. This is never going to work anyway, and this is what the tower is saying. If you're building up false charades or, you know, laws for how you need to behave against other people or things like this, it's always going to fall down. It needs to come from you, generally from you and from your inner core. So try to find out why you are behaving in certain ways instead of trying to find out how you can stop behaving in those ways, because you will never succeed with this. What you can succeed with is understanding yourself and getting to the core of yourself, and finally understanding why you're doing certain things in certain ways, and help yourself doing it in better ways, because now you understand yourself and you know what your needs are and why you're doing things in certain ways. So you can kind of be your own lawyer and help yourself instead of destroying yourself like this. And so this is usually a person imagining a very horrible future. And so we are very good at that. We can spend a lot of time imagining horrible futures, but we are not very good on dreaming forth the things that we do want to see. So we'll see if you can manage to do this, Leo, if you can manage to dream forth a better future for yourself. Yes, beautiful. Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is like the Tower, but not it. So the Tower is a very cemented structure. It's, as I said, pride, survival strategies, things you keep inside, so to keep status quo, things like this. This is also a safe structure. It's a stability here, self-love usually, and it has no walls, no roof. It's very like freedom here. So when you find yourself, you find love, and when you find self-love, you find stability and security, and you are kind of taking your own side in things. This is a new stability for you. So you don't need to torment yourself anymore. Love yourself instead. And try to find out what you do need to be happy. This is card about happiness. What kind of security, what kind of freedom, what kind of support, what kind of things do you need in your life to be happy? Figure this out and then decide to, this is what you are going to get. This is going to make yourself feel very safe, and be relentless in this. Don't wobble with this. Like one day you think like, well, I think I need this, and next day say, well, I can live without it. No, decide what you want and go for it, and don't compromise yourself. Try to, if your soul has a longing, it's probably it. It's probably right. It's probably a road sign to where you were supposed to go. Four of Wands, very good, beautiful, self-love. It might also be that relationship, work or whatever broke down, but you were able to fix it by being very stable, being very steady in what kind of, in your goal. so not wobbling. The next card is the shadowy side. So these are the things I want you to figure out, like what is building up the tower, what kind of fears, what kind of unfulfilled needs, what kind of nightmare vision are building up this tower. So what are you afraid of? So usually people are like this. They are born in a family that's kind of like some of their side and doesn't like other parts of their side. So they say, well, I want you to be well behaved, so be like this, but don't be like this. And all the things that you are that are like this, that your parent didn't want, or your teacher didn't want, or your friends didn't want, or your lovers didn't want, you have put them here in the basement, and they are kind of still affecting you from there. And this is their breakout. It's kind of a prison breakout. Okay, so your old prisoners can't be held down anymore. It seems like they have escaped. That can scare the living crap out of people, because how will they now behave when they can't control themselves? It's like the devil sitting on your shoulder, or you start crying and you can't control it, or you say something to someone and you can't control it. But it's kind of, it's your true self. It's a lot of energy stored here. If you have put a lot of your archetypes down here and said, well, the stubborn one, he needs to go because no one likes that. And the emotional one, she needs to go because no one likes that. And no one wants like this devilish kind of person either. So you need to go as well. This is a lot of your energy that you have put down here. And now it's back. So it has broken out of prison. So I'm thinking a little bit of the a song that's called Heathens. I don't know the group actually, but Heathens. So all your heathens have been escaping from prison. That's beautiful actually. I don't want your heathens to, you know, put a lot of crap in other people's way or hurt them or things like this. But I want them to fulfill their lives, be loved, feel supported, feel seen. Feel like they are worth something. So this is your job, to see that all those parts get a certain part in your life, like that they are being accepted, and what they feel, think and want is accepted by you, and you say, okay, if you want this, I will get this for you. If you are sad now, I will see too that we are talking with this person that made you sad, and we'll see if we can work it out. So you are aligning yourself with you and being on your own side. Here we have a 4 of Swords. So we had 4 and 4. So yeah, you try to keep it calm. You try to be very diplomatic with this, I guess. Maybe sometimes this is like silent treatment, or you know, you have 2 warring parties, and when no one, they don't have the energy to have war anymore, they just cut things out and stop talking to each other. So this might be like silent treatment or something, but it might also be like a time you need to settle yourself. Maybe find the time when you can feel a little balanced, and you might also feel very tired, because it's a lot of things here to work through. A lot of things wanting your attention. So you might feel a little bit exhausted by all things that have happened. But it's the 4, as the 4 of Wands, but this is 4 with thoughts instead of spiritual energy and aim towards a goal. This is your mindset, you can say. And your mindset seems to be exhausted. Maybe you have been fighting your inner shadow for a long time, and now you have kind of given up. You don't wish to be their prison guard anymore, but you don't really know what to do with them. But I have told you what to do with them. They need to be a part of your life. They need to be civilized. If you put them down here, when they were in the worst age, like you know, when they were 3 years old, 6 years old, all these kind of revolutionary ages, teenagers, they are still this age. So they might not be very mature, but you can help them. You can voice, instead of here it seems like you want them to all be well behaved and keeping quiet and pretend that they are not there, kind of sneaking around and whispering, but this is not the right way to do it. You need to voice them, but of course do it in a way that doesn't make you enemy with everyone. If one of your maybe motorcycle gang members here have a certain want, like I have never felt respected, and I don't feel respected in this situation, I'm starting to get angry, then you say, well, I don't feel respected in this situation, and it starts to make me angry. Exactly what the motorcycle person thought, but not in a way that crushes any furniture or make anyone really sad with you. And also, if you have a person crying here, someone of these persons are very sad, you tell the person in your surrounding, like, I'm very sad right now, this is how I feel. Because instead of keeping the lid on, you can make yourself be understood. And it's a light coming in here. So this is you, of course, giving a lot of attention to your shadowy creatures. So everyone wants to be seen and loved and respected. That's all they want. Okay, so don't do this. Don't put a lid on. Don't try to silence them. It's only going to build another prison, and you need to tear that down, and they are going to tear that down, break themselves free, and everything is going to go again and again. So try to handle them while they are free. So here's the Two of Pentacles. You still trying to behave, still trying to be a good worker, a good family member, trying to kind of balance your own needs and else other people's needs. And your ocean here is very upset. So this is not a very comfortable situation, but it's good. It's changed. Two of Pentacles is changed. So you're a new beginner at this, having all those prisoners running free and all your emotions running free, and your inner voice telling you a lot of things that you could be able to silence before. So you can listen to other people's voice instead, or listen to your ego voice instead. And now you need to, you have more voices here that need to be heard and seen. So you need to focus on what's real here. What's not going to go away? What's the core of you? What's the next step for you to do? What you want to create in your life? Right now, it's very much trouble for your dreams to be set sail or come into harbor, because your emotion is very upset here. So first you need to find some kind of balance, and this self-love might be a good thing, accepting whatever you find inside yourself. Okay, this is how I feel now. Okay, I accept it. I take this into consideration. Two of Pentacles is also, I think, you being very skilled on meeting everyone's needs. You have a lot of archetypes within you. You probably have a little child, rebel, father figure, mother figure, a lot of figures, and all those has a saying, and you are trying to, it seems like you're trying to make everyone happy here. So good work, even though it seems a bit exhausting and stressful. So next card for you is Justice. So the Nine of Swords here. I think when the prison, your prisoners broke free, you might have felt a lot of guilt, but you shouldn't, because this is justice. So it seems like this was probably what needed to happen, because it was like a flash flood. A lot of stored energy or backed up energy came out, and here you have Justice card. So this is how you balance things out. You know, if a river dam breaks, eventually the river is going to calm down. In first it's going to be like a big tsunami, and in the end it will be a beautiful river. So don't be so upset over the things that happen here. It seems to level itself out beautifully, and this is justice. So all those things that you have been holding inside, containing within you, has drained you of a lot of energy, and you couldn't do this anymore. And every one of those archetypes within you need to be free. So this is justice. This is justice for you. It's also going to be justice for others, because you are now going to be a truthful person. You are not hiding things in the shadow, not hiding anything, really. You are starting to voice this instead. This is how I feel. This is what I think. This is what I want. So you won't always have your will through. There will be balance. Sometimes other people get their will through, and sometimes you. But at least you know what you have to work with. At least you know the truth. At least you can start to tell each other the truth. Be truthful to one another. Really point on what's going on. Justice is a very harsh card. It's like you won't be able to come through here before you solve this. The conflict within you and the conflict within others. You need to find a balanced, leveled out way to solve this. And the best way is truth. To voice what you really feel and how things really hit you and how things really are and your inner truth and what you want and things like this. So very central, we have an emperor. This is Aries, this is fire, so it's probably you, Leo. Now you are a king of your kingdom, an emperor of your country here, and self-love and self-alliance, and also taking responsibility for others. So you're becoming a grown-up person, it seems. So you are not pretending anymore. You're not hiding things anymore. Everything that people see with you, it will be what they get as well. So this is growing up. This is maturing. And you need all your soul parts and inner children and things like this to be this adult person. So you can't grow without them. So it's very good. You're armored here. So it seems still like you're prepared for war in some sense. But it's a rather relaxed emperor here. And he has no weapons. And he has this cape here and the flowers. A little bit sacrifice and a little bit spiritual growth. So it has been a hard journey, but it has led to something good, it seems. And now you are the ruler of your kingdom, and you see all your inhabitants, all your different aspects of yourself that needs attention and love and your support. So this is you siding with yourself. It's very beautiful, very good. Next card for you is the Hermit, and it comes underneath the shadowy side. So up till now, you might not have had access to all your powers, all your different personalities, or your strength, your creative skills, things like this. So this is what you have created in your life. It's a rather desolated landscape because you didn't use all your skills and wit and energy to reach to this point. You put some parts of your wants and desires in the closet or store them for later. So this is the landscape you have created in your life. It's rather bleak, but it's on high altitude. So you have grown spiritually because of this. You have done a lot of sacrifice, what we could see with the emperor and his clothes here. So you paid a high price to get here to this high point, where you can see things from above a little bit. It's a very wise person, this, and it's the light here that you see shines in from this cave. So now you both know more about yourself, and you also have a better, clearer picture of the life that you have created up to now, and the things that you want to change. From this altitude, you can see the things that you want to change. Maybe from this place, you can see a favorable road that you can take for the future. Maybe you have found a goal for yourself. How do you want your kingdom to expand? Which kind of persons do you want in it? What kind of occupation do you want to have? How do you want to spend your time? So this is a little bit like having an overview of your life and seeing what's working and what's not. So this is you making a plan also for what's going to come in the future. So what you want in your life. And it's also self-realization, because you have found out more about yourself and who you are and what kind of skills you have been not using. So it's kind of your personality has expanded here in a great way. First you were really afraid of this thing happening, and now it seems like you have decided that this is good for you. This is something actually really great for you, and you are not afraid of this anymore. Those personality traits with you that you might have really feared earlier. So the next card is also very beautiful. It's Temperance card. So this is the angel, and here's the devil, the light and the shadow. So now you're taking this new personalities or old personalities that you haven't been used for a while, and you are kind of integrating them in your person, in your greater self. And this is also your soul taking part of your body. You see the halo on this person. So it's a beautiful situation. You have grown through this. You have expanded yourself. You have made new experience. This is again about self-love and feeling like you are on the right path, doing the right thing, and it's kind of relief. It's kind of a big sigh, like you can finally breathe here. Before you might have like really told yourself what you could do and what you couldn't do, and now you seem to have not the same rules and regulation on yourself anymore. You still want things to be very just, and that seemed to be very needed. So if you have felt like you have treated others unjustly, these are going to have to level out. And if you have felt like you were unjustly treated, now you are going to treat yourself with justice. And therefore others are going to have to treat yourself with justice as well, because you are not, you couldn't take anything else, or you wouldn't accept anything else. So this was the now, very much almost all major arcana card. 11, 4, 9, and 14. So laws, regulations, self-insight, and being a more complete person. So it's a lot of things coming. It's like puzzles being made here, and you can see maybe the whole picture a little bit better. So here's the future, and we have the 5 of Pentacles underneath the 2 of Pentacles and the Tower. So it's still things here like how you survived before, and still have like a grip on you. You still feel like a little unworthy. So the reason to why you put your different selves in prison from the first time, it's still there. The reason is still there. It might be like you don't think you are lovable enough, not good enough. Yeah, it's something with your self-value here. But in the same time, you're learning to love yourself. So we'll see where it goes with this. But it seems like you are very prepared to be left alone in a desolated landscape if you're not playing by the old rules. So you're still afraid, and you still feel like a bit insecure with everything what's happening. So because you have used a certain behavior your whole life to try to make you fit into the equation of it all, to be loved and to be included and things like this, or to endure like life's different things that happens in life that's not really the best. So you have learned how to endure this, maybe to keep down hope, or to lower your expectations and things like this. So this poverty with you still seems to be there. You don't seem to expect so very much, and still you're this emperor. It might be that there's another person also making you feel like this, or you making them feel like this, like they are worthless, like whatever they do, they are not good enough. Okay. So underneath the 9 of Swords, the Justice, and 6 of Swords, we have 6 of Swords. It's almost like the Hermit, but a bit lighter energy. It's self-realization again, but it's more like, oh, finally I understand. Now I see. And start to, again, communicate this. All those cards has been saying this, like you need to start talking about the things that you have in your heart. Silence is not an option anymore. So if you feel like there's no one there to love you, or people are excluding you, if you have the chance, tell them. And the next card is number 18, Moon. And 18 Moon and the Hermit has much in common. It's this is seeing it from, you know, the level that that you're really in this hurting feeling. You can feel the feeling and really like feel the grip it has on you. And this is like hiking yourself up in the mountain, seeing the same thing but from another altitude. So this is different ways of solving a hurt that's inside of you. This is the primordial swamp, so this is probably like where you first got this wound, where this survival skill of yours were settled. So and the moon, 9 of Swords, the moon, this is how it feels. It has created a trauma within you, and therefore you got these survival skills, and you put away a lot of things which were you. So this would never ever happen again. It was a precaution, but it didn't help because it repeated itself over and over again in your lifetime. So we see here that this emperor, a self-loving emperor, needs to go down here and do another excavate to see again what it is in these mists and in these shadows and in these swampy waters that's still hurting. So this might be like, I would urge you, some of you, to actually go and talk with someone, or, you know, really try to figure this out, because you have come such a long way. It doesn't seem like it's any big traumas left. It's big traumas left, but it's not like you have dealt with a lot of it. You have like dealt with the consequences of it. You have taken home the wounded children and the wounded archetypes, but still the old wound, like the thing that originally happened, is still there. So it's still things to be excavated, it seems. Even if you have taken home the soldiers, the reason for the war, and why this cruelty happened, it's still like an open wound with you, and you need to travel inside your inner landscape to find out what's going on, really. And it's something where there's justice here, like you might feel unjustly treated, or you know, kind of excluded in some way. Here we have a Knight of Cups coming underneath the shadowy side, and the Hermit. So this is a beautiful card. It seems like you can get a little bit support in this work that you are doing. A little help. That's what we all need, don't we? So it's a young energy. It's not. If it would work a King of Cups, I would say that it could be a counselor, like some counselor that could guide you through this trauma. But it seems more to be a more unexperienced energy. Maybe someone you can mirror yourself with more than someone that can actually in a professional way heal you or help you heal. But it's about the shadows and about what you have found there and this light. So it seems like you can get some kind of support with this, maybe from a water sign or any kind of person that kind of shows you love and compassion. It seems to be a very good help on the way. They are holding like the divine feminine here, the Holy Grail, really high in their hand, in the same way that you are holding the wand here in the hand, like your willpower shining this light. See, it's a lot of light shining here, like attention, attention, attention. Like you put a lot of attention to your inner self right now, and that's good because attention is healing. But it's also seemed like you can get a help from a friend, a lover, someone that will support you in this, and maybe have a little bit more hopeful vision on it than you, because you remember the original wound and what really happened. So for you this is more darkness, but for them they can come in with a little bit hope here, it seems. Very good. And the next card is Four of Cups. So you have a lot of fours here, 4 Wands, 4 Swords, 4 Cups. So it might be that you are a little stubborn. Maybe you have a hard time letting someone help you, or trust issues might be a thing here. You might have big troubles trusting people coming to you and being nice. So you think, well, they are nice, but what do they really want? Like, how are they going to hurt me in the end? You see how this person is protecting their heart chakra. They're really prepared of getting hurt. And it's something with this old thing, like feeling excluded or not ever needed or loved. It's a snowdrop there, showing a little bit of this hope that we see here. And you see also the tree here is alive on this picture and is dead here. And the snow has turned into water. So the circumstances have changed greatly, but you don't trust it yet. So maybe more water needs to flow through here before you finally can be able to trust this good intention in this energy. It might be also, you have Nine of Swords, the Emperor, the Knight of Cups. So it might have been like someone that currently were your enemy, maybe a male figure, has now become more of a friend. So that's might be why you don't trust them. And so that's natural causes then. So this is where you are right now. Things to be worked with still, but at least all the heathens is out of their cages. That's great. Okay, so wisdom of the hidden realms for you. Okay, yeah, that's good. The Queen of Light. We had a lot of light bringers here, even though they were kind of gloomy. All those light bringers here. And here we have also the Queen of Light. Illumination, enlightenment, celebration. So you have started to see things, like see through the illusion, see the truth of things. That's a really good help. It's kind of also the Temperance card, accepting the whole you, accepting who you are, accepting the truth that you see, accepting the truth of your situation, not trying to fool yourself anymore, not trying to kind of change the reality so it will fit you, but actually seeing the things as they truly really are. And here is the Sun Dancers. So this woman here with those beautiful wings is dancing on ruins. So even though it has happened painful things in your life, you can always start anew. And as I said, many people are spending a lot of time thinking of what can go wrong. If they will spend a little bit more time on thinking what could go right, they would do this. Being the Sun Dancers. Sun Dancers are creators. So by doing this, joyful activities, celebration of life, you will create abundance in your life. You will create whatever you want. We waste so much energy on creating what we don't want. Start to put energy in creating what you do want. Dream forth your future. Celebrate forth your future. Laugh forth your future. So, and dance on the ruins, because they are stepping stones to your future. So very, very good. So, and this is past life oracle cards for you. Okay, those, I guess. Karmic relationship and authority figures. We had an Emperor really central. So for many of you, it might be like you have a problem with authority. You have bent for authority, or you have rebelled against authority. So you have a lot of archetypes within you that's having problem with authority. Father figures, maybe. Authority figures and karmic relationships. So you might have been like betrayed before, or have a lot of disappointments in a relationship before. So it's both like you're fearing authority, and also there's something that needs to be solved when it comes to your relationship, especially how you feel about your own contribution, like you're not worth loving. So that's a very sad feeling. Of course you are worth loving, and you are worth being yourself as well. For some of you, it might be some kind of legal issues here. Authority figures, the Emperor and the Justice. But it's not, it don't seem to be some big thing, but more like some rebellion, or something like civil disobedient, something like that. And of course, someone might have left prison as well, like for real. There's a reason to why, for example, girls write to prisoners and always think they can save them, because they are, of course, looking at their own archetypes. Being raised like a well-behaved girl, you will have a lot of what can we say, rebellious archetypes in the basement. You have pushed them down to be a good girl. So you want to save them, and what's better to go and save people in prison, because it's the picture of what you need to do with yourself. You need to save your strength, your ability to speak, your ability to make revolution from your own basement, from your own prison. So good girls, yes, they fall in love with prisoners because they have prisoners inside of themselves. They have like half of themselves in prison because they are trying to be good girls. So maybe this is someone leaving prison as well, leaving and they have paid their justice maybe, but there's still trauma from childhood that has created this situation, and if you can't feel loved, you want to feel respected, and if you can't feel respected, you want to feel feared. So self-love seems to be the key here anyway. Okay, thank you all for watching. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you again in the middle of January. Thank you. Bye bye.